PWCC have come out and announced they are going to authenticate and provide a guarantee over sealed Pokemon TCG wax. This is a very interesting thing that's essentially come out of nowhere, and there's a few things to talk to specifically around the money back guarantee, specifically what this might mean for Baseball Card Exchange. But more importantly, I want to talk to how I think they've probably missed the boat a little bit with trying to understand who this service is actually for, because I find some of these things a little questionable. So we'll get to those and then we'll talk through everything in detail. Now, if you're not aware what this is, like I just alluded to, PWCC is going to authenticate sealed wax. So basically you send in a box, they're going to bust it on camera, record the whole thing, and then basically reseal it with their own PWCC stickers. They talk through basically this being an attempt to combat fraud, to try and avoid some of the things we've seen with Baseball Card Exchange and Logan Paul, and basically that box having, first edition boxes in there, having G.I. Joe packs, trying to avoid what we've seen in the past with some of these other sports card boxes and things like that, where they've got Austin Powers packs in there, etc. It's a very, unfortunate situation, and that's what they're aiming to try and prevent. Now, if you're not sure what basically happened with that Logan Paul case, Pokemon First Edition, the first original set, essentially he bought a case, it was authenticated by Baseball Card Exchange. As we've talked about many times on the channel when we covered this topic, Baseball Card Exchange had no right to do that because they didn't have the expertise. Turns out the box was busted on camera and it had G.I. Joe packs in there. So the fact we've got a business coming out and wanting to provide a guarantee, as is explained, down here, giving a marketplace guarantee on the box, on the service itself, is a really, really good thing, because Baseball Card Exchange do not do that. You send a sealed wax product into Baseball Card Exchange, they authenticate it. The second it leaves their door, you've basically got no hope of getting your money back if they've made a mistake, right? Or if they've authenticated something that you've purchased off the back of their authentication and they've missed something, you're basically out of luck, right? So this is good from, PWCC. There's more I want to get to on the guarantee, but essentially the way this works, like I said, they'll open the whole box on camera, verify every single pack. It's done on camera. When you're buying something on their platform, that video will be there for you to view and inspect. And this is essentially what it looks like. So they'll cut the seal, open it all up, check every single pack, look at the packs individually. I'm not sure how much, assessment they're doing on the packs themselves, reseal it, and then put, these PWCC stickers on there. Now, the thing I mentioned very early on in the intro, and I'm not going to talk to the guarantee just yet, but the thing I mentioned about them missing the boat is, who is this actually for? Like, if you're somebody that likes to collect sealed wax, right, and you want to get comfort on the guarantee, them removing the original wrapper on the box, the seal, the Wizards of the Coast wrapper, as you can see over here, is that going to detract from the price point? Is that going to detract from you actually wanting to buy this thing? Knowing how collectors are, I think it might actually do that, right? Because that's almost part of the integrity of the sealed product, right? And the other issue with that is, like, what if PWCC missed something with regards to one of the packs? Does that guarantee that you're getting, that's removing that original seal, make up for that? I'm very curious to see what's going to happen here when, these first set of auctions go up on their platform. Are they going to sell for more? Are they going to sell for a premium because people do value it? Or are they going to sell for less because people don't appreciate the fact that the seal has been removed? They talk about the guarantee down here, essentially saying it's aimed at targeting and preventing fraud, right? They want to remove the fraud. Does this practice catch fraudulent activity? And they're saying it does, right? So they're getting rid of the fraud. They're giving you comfort that everything is correct. So you buy this on their platform, right? You take it home, you open it up, you find out they missed something, right? The packs are fake and they missed that. And you can't really see it in the video, but they missed it. How do you then get your guarantee back because you've removed the stickers, right? That's where things get interesting, because the stickers appear to only be applied on, the box itself. So what happens, then if you've had an issue, right? I think this really only benefits, breakers, right? Because if you're somebody that's bought this off their platform and you want to break it, and you come on with your breaking setup and you have the box on camera and those packs never leave the camera, and then you open them and then you find out there's some issue, then you've got the recourse to try and get your money back. But outside of that, the guarantee doesn't really do much. Now, I know that is probably a weird argument to make, because even from a PSA perspective, if you crack the slab yourself, you don't really maintain the guarantee. But it's a little bit different, right? Because when it's in a PSA slab, you can do your assessment, right? This box is sealed, you can't see the pack. So then the assessment, the guarantee doesn't really work. The other thing to sort of keep front of mind with this as well is, if you've bought this off PWCC's platform and you've then sold it to somebody else, does that guarantee then extend to them as well? I don't have an answer on that. I've tried to read through, all their terms and conditions on their website. I couldn't find the answer. I've put the question to PWCC. I've not got a response from them in about 14 hours, so I wasn't going to wait any longer. If I do get a response, I'll put it down below. But again, I think it's a good thing on face value, right? This kind of authentication, this kind of guarantee is a good thing because it's exactly what I spoke about really harshly towards Baseball Card Exchange. So I like that they're doing it, but are they going about it the right way? I'm really keen to get your thoughts on that, given PWCC's track record as well with regards to issues they've had on their platform with regards to this this soccer stuff that I'll put up on screen right now. If you haven't seen that video, please check it out. There's lots of issues on their platform. So given their history of those poor issues, do we trust them to be doing something like this? Again, I'll ask the question also, who is this actually for? Are you a sealed wax collector for Pokemon? Would you want this to happen to your sealed box? Like, I used to collect a lot of sealed Dragon Ball Z stuff. You can see on that shelf there, it's a lot more empty than it has been in the last few months because I've sold a lot of it. And that's just a shift in how I want to go about collecting, right? But for me personally, I wouldn't want, this to happen to one of my Dragon Ball Z boxes, because I think for me, I'm all about the integrity of the wrapper itself. And for me, I'd like to keep it as original as possible. And I think removing that wrapper almost defeats the purpose. So I really only see this benefiting, grip breakers, but I'm very keen to chat to people on that. I'm happy to be pushed back on it and debated on the situation because I'm not hard and fast and stuck in my mindset, but I'm really keen, like I said, to get your thoughts on this, as well. One other thing very quickly is I talked earlier on in the week about talking through pop reports today. I've pushed that video back because I wanted to talk to this instead. Keep an eye out for that early next week. It's going to be an interesting one. But back to this. I just think it's very interesting. So please share your thoughts because, again, I don't know who it's for. Is the guarantee extended to people that buy it? Is the guarantee extended to the packs themselves? Because if you rip the box and then you bust the pack and one of the packs is wrong, do you still get your guarantee? I think it's just a lot of questions there, and I think maybe the answer is somewhere on their website that somebody can correct me down below, but I just thought I'd bring that to your attention because it is a very, very interesting one. Will the pressure from PWCC trying to do the authentication process like this, is that going to put pressure on Baseball Card Exchange to fix their lack of guarantee and actually introduce one? Are we going to see people find ways to sort of scam PWCC with this? I saw somebody comment on social media somewhere around, well, it was hard to fake wrappers, but they think it's going to be a lot easier to fake PWCC's tamper-proof stickers. There's lots that could go wrong with this, right? So their guarantee has to be pretty robust, in my opinion, because they could get exposed to some, pretty big liability here with people trying to take advantage of them. I'm just talking in circles now. Please share your thoughts and let me know what you think. Let me know if I missed anything as well. Like I said, it's a very interesting topic. I don't know. This caught me off guard, and I think it caught a lot of people off guard. I think it's a good thing on face value, just whether or not in reality it actually works and actually serves a purpose for people in the hobby, whether there's actually collectors out there that want this that are not group breakers, because I'm still unsure on that. So as always, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.